can't show you what's this way because, I mean, at least they've let me film. They've let me film internally. We're just not allowed to film outside. But it's all fed from pressurised cylinder. There's two big underfloor heating manifolds here. That was handy. I wanted to do soldering on this job because we've just been quite pressed for heavy recently, but cannot get the water to just stop coming out of them to get soldered onto them. We had trouble shutting the water off to this one. It would have been great for YouTube. Right, welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody is doing well. Wednesday night upload. I haven't done a Wednesday night upload for probably a couple of months now. The reason being is the amount of work I've had coming in. I've really struggled to get that Wednesday night one out. So I apologise for that. I have been putting the Sunday ones out. But this Sunday or Saturday or however you might want to have played it. Some of you might have seen a video on Saturday, which I uploaded on a Saturday because having the Friday off for Easter threw me. Don't ask. Uploaded it Saturday. Then I uploaded it again Sunday, but there was an issue with the way it was uploaded. I'm not quite sure what was going on. So I pulled it anyway. So apologise again for nothing over the weekend. Hence why you're having a bit of a midweek treat, if you like, tonight for this video if you're watching it on the Wednesday. Sunday, you will have the video that was meant to have gone out last Sunday. If you get me. It's quite, do you know what, it's quite stressful sometimes, or not stressful, it plays on your mind a little bit trying to get videos out at certain times, because I'm quite conscious that people like to tune in at 6 o'clock on a Sunday and 6 o'clock on a Wednesday when I used to regularly do them. I'm going to try and get them more sort of put into place now. Now the pressure's off slightly from a load of work I had on. So yeah, we're back on track. I think we're back on track. So this video is one that I filmed a while ago on a job that we're doing. I can't film the outside and I can't let you know where this job is for various reasons, security reasons, etc. But you'll see what's going on inside it. And this is going to be probably an ongoing thing for maybe a couple of weeks or a month or so as we put the first fix in and then we put the second fix in. And then the end of this video, there's an interesting little bit. I got called out to a mate of mine's house yesterday. I went to it and filmed this. And it's a rental property of his. There's an issue with the shower, with water coming through the ceiling. You'll see on the video. But we do a temporary repair on it. So don't come at me for what I've done on the video. Sometimes you have to do things like that just to get the customer back up and running before we can then move on in a few weeks time and get it completely sorted out. So watch that. Let me know what you would have done with that, bearing in mind they've only got the one bathroom in the house, one bath, one shower. So yeah, just drop me a comment below. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you'd have done on that. I'll be quite interested to know because it might divide a few people on what I actually did. So yeah, as always, really appreciate everyone tuning in, watching, subscribing. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, it's free on YouTube. Just hit that subscribe button and get subscribed to the channel. Let's get this channel really sort of going up now because I really want to head for 40,000-50,000 subscribers by the end of the year. It's possible. I've seen other channels. There are various ways of boosting it up. But as you know, my channel is very long form content. I like to do, you know, 15, 20, 25-minute videos. Other channels like to do the little shorts. And at the minute, shorts are blowing up and they're blowing channels up. But for me, long form content is where it's at. So get subscribed, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop me a comment below. And yeah, that's about it. I'll catch you on the next one. So then we are starting another little project today for my friend Scott, the builder, whose barn renovation we did last year. The big massive barn when we done a load of underfloor heating. We've got this little sort of office setup to do for someone. I can't show you exactly where it is because it's quite a sensitive area where we're working, but within here I can show you exactly what we're doing. It's something that's been ongoing for about 3 or 4 years. Scott's only just got the nod to carry on with it. Someone else has done the majority of the work. Scotty's just got to finish it off, and there's a few little plumbing bits we've got to do, like little sinks, little men's toilets, ladies' toilets. So I'll give you a little brief overview of exactly what we've got. So it's just a little area. There's offices down the end, or there's going to be offices down the end, offices down there. This is going to be a little kitchenette, but it's all fed from pressurised cylinder. There's 2 big underfloor heating manifolds here, but this has been on, ticking over. The water's on, the cylinder's on. As I said, it's been done by someone else. We're just sort of finishing off, following on from where they are, getting it finished and done and handed over to the customer. But that's the main sort of area, pressurised hot water. In here is the kitchen. We've just got to do little tweaks to it. So a lot of the pipework's already in. You can see the pipework for the underfloor heating is in. Since they've looked at it, they want it designing slightly different. So the kitchen sink's going to be here. Originally the pipes were put in there. So it's things like whipping this board off, altering the hot and colds to come out within the 500 unit. So we've got that to do in there. There's nothing that way. I don't know if you can see in here. Where's my torch? Oh, there we go. So inside here, this is going to be one of the men's toilets. So we've got a toilet going here. We're going to have a little wall or a cubicle built there. Another toilet there. I'm having a basin on this wall, but at the minute, the hot and colds are behind this board. So again, we've got to take the boards off, bring the hot and colds out, and just basically just alter little bits like that. And I'll quickly, I think there's another little area. I'm just still sort of trying to get my head around it. Oh, here we go. No, this is the men's. I keep it getting mixed up. This is the men's. Again, hot and cold's got a poke out there. We're having a toilet there, urinal there. So again, they sort of preempted it by putting the pipework in high level for the cistern, but it's just been sat dormant for like 3 or 4 years. Offices down there, nothing there. I can't show you what's this way because, I mean, at least they've let me film. They've let me film internally. We're just not allowed to film outside, if that makes sense. Terry the tiler's here, doing a lovely little herringbone tiled floor. It's been a nightmare, Terry, hasn't it?
We're loving it. Nice small tile.
Does look good.
We are getting there.
But yeah, it's just bad on Terry's knees, isn't it? And then a little kitchenette here. So yeah, it's a little kitchenette here. Sink units going here. I'm not sure what's going there. Is it? No, it's not a kitchenette. I still can't get my head around it. This is going to be the upstairs, the main office toilet. So they're having a sink unit put in here and the toilet put in there. So yeah, I'm just trying to remember exactly where it is. I've been here literally half an hour. So that's a little overview of it. Nothing too major, but we just need to get that pipe work into place so that Terry can get it tiled and the units can go in, and then we can drop back probably in a few weeks time, begin fitting toilets, urinals, little kitchenettes, all that sort of stuff. So first off, whip the board off. We've got to begin by altering them hot and colds so they're within this kitchen unit. So with that one done in there, we're now going to concentrate on this. I think it's the women's toilet. It must be, because there's a cubicle there and a cubicle here. We've got hot and cold, or we assume we've got hot and colds behind this board. We've got it marked up there. We want them to poke out in the centre of there because we're going to have a basin unit on there. So we'll have a look behind here at the timber about running the waste behind, but we have spoke about it and the customer is happy for the waste to run surface and bust into this soil stack at some point when we come to second fix it. But for now, we've got to get this board off, get that board off and see what we're dealing with. Hopefully, the hot and colds might have already been put in, I don't know. Let's get it off and have a look. Ah, that was handy. Right, okay. We're down to here, so we're going to have to take them around there, get this board off this side and extend them round a little bit, take some of this insulation out. There we go, we're going to bring these two, hot and cold. We might have to cut a bit out of this timber. We'll bring them round and bring them out here. So we've trimmed through with a multi-tool. Let's get these noggins out and then we can get this pipework in and into its position here. So do you know what? After having done a load of press recently, I wanted to do soldering on this job. A, because the builder's supplying all the materials on here and he's got solder, he's got end feed fittings, and B, because we've just been quite press fit heavy recently. But these two pipes here, I cannot get the water to just stop coming out of them to get soldered onto them. So been to the van, got two press fit couplers. So we're going to press two little couplers onto there, come round there with a bit of copper and then poke out. It's just, this is one of the advantages of it, it's just so easy than faffing around trying to get the water out of them pipes. So, you know, all those people that moan about press fit, it has its place. This is perfect for it. I wanted to solder it, but we're going to press it a little bit instead. See, look, I even had the soldering stuff ready. Blow lamps here, but just couldn't get that water out of that pipe. So what we're going to do, as I said, is just press these couplers on. You can even see it coming out still. I just can't get it to stop coming out at the moment on this. So, press fit to the rescue. Right, that's that one in, and also we've put a sweat bend on it just because I didn't want to try and take too much out of this one here. We took a fair bit out, but it's all good anyway because we're going to brace it up when the boards go back on the cement boards on the front. So we'll get this one in, we'll get the other one in, pull a bend on that, get that in, and poke out our two feeds there, hot and cold. Right then, top floor, last one done. This is for that kitchenette that's going to go along there and feed into where the toilet area is going to go there. We had trouble shutting the water off to this one. We had the whole building off, but for some reason, when I put the cap off the cold up here, it was fed from a different main that we hadn't shut off. So that was quite interesting. Of course, it was the one that I didn't film. Would have been great for YouTube. So that's it for here for the minute. We've got all the pipe work in, we've got the water back on. So we'll now wait for the Tyler to finish doing whatever he's got to do, get the units in, and then we can start second fixing it. So this is one that we've got coming up. So then I've been called out to this little job over the Easter break. The customer said to me, don't worry too much about getting here over Easter, but it's now the Tuesday and I've come to have a look at it. It's a friend of mine, this is his rental, one of his rental properties, and he said to me, the tenant said there's water coming through the ceiling downstairs. When they've used the shower twice, not once, once it seems to be all right, but when they've used it twice, it starts to drip through the ceiling downstairs. Now in my head I'm thinking it's either a silicon issue, a waste issue, or an MJTIFF grout issue. If it was the waste issue, maybe the water's dripping onto the floor and on the second shower it's then soaking through the ceiling. The same thing if the ceiling had gone around the bath, same thing. And also, to be fair, the tile, if the tile grout or the tiles are moved or anything, the first shower wouldn't. Sometimes the plasterboard soaks the water in, and then the second time, or if it's a long shower, it will then find its way through. A bit like a sponge. You know, when you fill a sponge up, it gets to a point where it's just completely sodden and the water will go through. So I'll show you underneath the bath first. So this is underneath the bath. You can see obviously the watermarks here. So the water's getting in through here. There's sort of a mould in the corner there. This whole backboard here is really wet and damp. You can see on the floor where the water's been getting, and also on this frame here, and also the timber there at the bottom of the stud, that's completely soaked. So that's telling us water's getting through there. So then if we have a look in the shower area, you can see exactly what I mean. There's a big hole in the grout line there. It comes all the way around to here. These tiles on the right hand side are blown a bit. You can see here where the water's obviously getting in. All these are loose. There's a screen here that I can't, yes I can. You can, there you go. You know that noise when you know a tile's loose. All of these are loose. All of that's loose. The water, so that means the water's been getting in behind there, behind the plasterboard. It's going to be absolutely drenched and knackered. So I'm going to let the customer know. What I am going to do is use some BT1, get some BT1 and just completely fill these holes. It's not a permanent solution. It's just so that the customer can say to the person renting the property, look, if you want to use the shower, it's advised not to. If you want to literally in, shower, out, don't stay in there too long, and it will just prevent it from happening. Hopefully, it may not. You may put it on, it might completely still do it, but it's a quick sort of fix. It's not ideal as a quick fix, but then we can get a quote in place and get all of this taken out, because I dare say the bath will have to probably come out as well. You're not going to match these tiles, so it's one of them. It's not good news for him, I'm afraid. So Jace, if you're watching it, it's not good news. I've done a little video for the customer and I'll send it over to him. But for now, let's get some sealant in all of these bits where we can, just to sort of try and prolong it a little bit. But you know, as I say, it might last a day, it might last a week, but I know the customer, he'll want this taken out and, well, clearly sorted out properly. But yeah, we'd have to cut all the plasterboard out, re-tile. Yeah, there's always something. So let's get some sealant in there. Right, so what I'm going to do is try and scrape out as much of the loose stuff as we can, like here, so we can just fill it with a little bit of BT1. I say it's not a permanent fix, it's literally just a temporary fix, so that hopefully the customer can use it for a little bit, and then obviously we'll rip it all out. So there we go, I've put a load, I've overkilled it, and what we'll do now, we'll get it pushed in, get it smoothed off so it's as neat as possible, and I'll touch up the other little bits that need doing. I'll probably run a bit along the bottom just in case, but that's about what we're going to do. So I'm just smoothing it over with the silicone tool, like this. Basically sort of pasting it in, a bit like grout, just so it will hopefully save them a little bit of time. And hopefully it gives them enough time then to make a decision on what they're going to do, and get it penciled in, and we can rip it all out. But we'll tidy this up now. Right, there we go. I've put in some silicone in there, some BT1 in there. It's not massively neat, but it had to cover up all the little gaps and whatnot that was on in that shower area. So I've just messaged the customer and told him that I've done this sort of really basic temporary repair, just so hopefully they may be able to get a little bit more life out of it before we can get round and get it out. But you know, it might work, it might not work, it might buy them a week, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, sometimes you have to do little things like this just to buy your time before you can get in and do the full job.